Once your plant tops have completely died back, it means that the potatoes are ready for harvest. You can certainly leave your potatoes in the grow bag. The risk here is that if the soil stays too wet, it can rot the potatoes. I fell for the advice that I should be hilling my potatoes throughout the growing season so that I can grow more potatoes. It just simply isn't true when you're growing determinate variety potatoes like I'm doing here. You only need to continually hill indeterminate varieties. This is a pretty modest harvest, but these potatoes are beautiful. So I'm pretty happy about this. And we ended up pulling 3.5 pounds of potatoes. I've given these a quick rinse. If you're planning on storing your potatoes long term in, let's say, a root cellar, you do not want to wash your potatoes. You just gently want to brush off the soil. I'm also going to leave the skin on my potatoes. You can certainly peel the potatoes if you like, and I'm cutting them up into chunks. I'm bringing a pot of salted water to a boil and adding a teaspoon of baking soda. Adding baking soda makes that boiling water alkaline. This breaks down the surface of the potato and it creates a starchy slurry on the surface. So later when we go to roast these potatoes, they will get a really nice crispy exterior while having a soft interior. This is the trick to getting crispy potatoes in the oven. Let your potatoes parboil for about 3 to 4 minutes and you'll know they're ready when they easily slide off of a toothpick or a fork. Unlike other vegetables that would go into an ice bath at this point, you never want to put your potatoes in an ice bath. They will absorb too much water and they will become mushy. So instead, lay them in a single layer on a cookie sheet to release all of their steam and to cool down for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, they will be cool to the touch, and at this point, we will put them into the freezer to flash freeze. We want to do this before we put them into our freezer bags to make sure that they don't stick together and they maintain their shape. After about an hour, they're ready to go into either their freezer bag or into a vacuum sealer bag, which I'm doing here. So I'm just scooping a bunch of the frozen potatoes into a bag. I'm going to weigh these just because I want to have even portions in all of my bags. Also, you want to make sure that when you're using a vacuum sealer bag that you leave enough headspace so that when the bag goes into the machine that none of the vegetables or anything or whatever you're putting into the bag is not going under the machine or through or being pulled into the machine when the sealer is working. The benefit of using a vacuum sealer is that it removes all of the oxygen, so it will prevent freezer burn and it will also extend the shelf life. Follow along for more garden preservation videos.